In this video, I'm going to be breaking down with you the exact way that I went from $0 to $73,000 in commissions and deposits straight into my bank account while traveling all across the world and selling life insurance virtually while generating my own leads through the acquisition system funnel. And I'm going to be breaking down with you guys the fastest way to make $20,000 per month in profit selling life insurance telesales, who this is for, who this is not for, people who have actually used this system and that has changed their life forever, and the exact way that people are generating their own leads and all that stuff. So I'm going to be breaking down everything that you need to know to go from $0 to $20,000 per month selling life insurance using the acquisition system funnel. But before we do that, let me share who this is actually for. This is for somebody who is licensed to sell life insurance, that has their life insurance license already, and who sold $10,000 per month already, who's already bought leads before, tired of buying trash leads that you don't get a high ROI on, and that leaves you broke at the end of the month. And also people who are action takers that are wanting to increase their profits, wanting to change their life, and not afraid to invest in yourself and bet on you. So if this is not you, click away from the video. But if this is you, this is going to be the funnel that legitimately changes your life and your family's life forever, and maybe the agents that you actually work with as well. But before we get into the actual acquisition system funnel, let me kind of share with you my story. So my name is Johnny Nitafan, if you haven't met me, and I'm a life insurance agent, and I'm going to start before I got my license. I actually started working at Starbucks, and I fell in love with this woman who I'm actually married to now, and I was working at Starbucks at the time, and I'm grateful because she said yes to me when I was working part-time at Starbucks. So quickly as we got engaged, I was like, I need to figure out a way to make this work and for me to be able to provide, because I believe that as the man of the household, that it is my job and responsibility to lead her and to provide for her and her needs financially, and just kind of be the breadwinner. And so I was working at Starbucks at the time when I was introduced to the insurance business, and my introduction to the insurance business is not like anybody else's. Her dad actually was an insurance broker and still is, and was able to exit his company, but he was not doing business to consumer. He was doing more business to business, health insurance. And that's completely different than life insurance. So I actually started in that. I was cold door knocking, business to business to business, going all over the metro area of Phoenix, and just continuously door knocking all the time. So this was really challenging. I was doing about 30 to 40 people a day where I'd go and just map out different businesses that I would go cold door knock. And it really led me to this point where I was like super motivated. I was wanting to make $100,000 at age 20, and I was super ambitious at this time, but the opportunity vehicle wasn't there, because I was listening to all these podcasts of life insurance agents who were selling about $30,000 a month and making $20,000 to $30,000 in income. And when I realized that my last month in that job, it was only like 3.5 months, but my last month I did $30,000 in premium and only took home $1,500 in commissions, I knew there had to be a better way. So I pivoted to life insurance. And all the while I got married during this time. And I started selling life insurance over Zoom. So I'd call and set appointments. And as we both know, that this is a super inefficient way to be able to sell insurance. So from here, I learned how to sell over the phone. And since then, over the past 2 years that I've been licensed, I've sold over $700,000 of life insurance premium over the phone. And generating my own leads has really changed my life. And so throughout this time, I've documenting my journey on YouTube, and really helped other agents figure out this as well. But really, the first 9 months of me selling insurance, I bought leads, I sold a ton of insurance. I was on the top of the leaderboards, but I went $15,000 in debt buying leads. And you might be in this same exact situation where you're on the top of the leaderboards. People are asking you to join their calls so that you can speak on them. You're training. People are thinking that you're making a ton of money. But the reality is you're going broke. And most people wouldn't even know it because of how much a facade this industry can be. So I went $15,000 into debt, and I had to figure it out And it was really challenging because my wife had this really hard talk with me at the end of 2022. And she said, hey, if this doesn't pick up, you have to, like, I think it would be good for you and us as a family to get a job and have a stable income. And yeah, continue doing this business, but you got to there's got to be a change here. There's got to be something that actually changes, because you're working 70 hours a week. You're working 7 days per week. You're doing all this. You're praised on the leaderboards, but we're going broke. Like, where's the money? And as a man, this was really challenging for me to hear. And you may be in that same situation right now, where your wife's like, dude, what's going on? Where's the money? You're working hard. You're chasing this dream, but like, is it a pipe dream? And so that was really, really challenging. And so at that point, that was in December. In January, I decided, hey, I'm going all in to learn how to generate my own leads. And at this point, I started generating leads for like a 10th or even a 20th of the cost I was buying before. I was buying $45 leads, and I was able to generate them for $1 to $2 per lead. And in the first 30 days of generating my own leads, I paid off all my debt while netting $20,000 in profit after lead costs. So I want to share with you guys real bank statements from this. This was in 2023. And as you guys can see, these are deposits: Guaranteed Trust Life, Royal Neighbors, Foresters, Royal Neighbors, Foresters, Mutual of Omaha, Royal Neighbors. And so this was all the first 30 days of me selling with them. This was from Secure Financial, Senior Life, Family Benefit, Royal Neighbors. And so the list goes on and on and on, right? But what was crazy is in this time, I was generating leads like at $1 to $2 a piece, when I was used to generating leads or buying leads at like $45 a pop. So I was like, there's got to be another way. And I actually cracked the code. And so what was crazy in this time is I paid off all my debt in the first 3 weeks of the year. So 2023 wiped the slate clean, and actually ended up making more money the next month, $20,000. The next month, $42,000 in straight commissions, while only spending $6,000 on leads that month. So netted over $35,000 straight into my account. And this unlocked location and time freedom to sell anywhere. I literally am in not even my house right now, a place that I'm staying right now, but I've stayed in Airbnbs. I've stayed all over the country. My wife and I are traveling the world as we speak right now. And so I've sold insurance in North Carolina, Alabama, Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, California, and so many other places. And I've built a business around my life and not the other way around. And I firmly believe this, that if somebody's saying completely sacrifice your friends and family, even for a little bit, right? 6 months, give every heartbeat that you have to this business, I completely disagree, because I think family and my relationship with God is the most important. The business is awesome, but my business fuels my life and not the other way around. My life doesn't fuel my business, and I don't work the other way around. So this is who this is for. This really unlocked this for me. And what's crazy is this same acquisition system I used to be able to scale me from $0 to $73,094.93 in commissions in under 60 days while living as a digital nomad. Also, only while working 30 to 40 hours a week, so I could spend more time with my wife, experience cool things like the Biltmore, and traveling to Virginia and traveling all over the place, and taking home in profit about 80 to 90% of that as income, because lead costs are just not really an issue. And here's some screenshots, like generating leads about $2.91 on average, generating about 1,800 leads a month. But here's really my bank statements right here to really show you proof that this is possible. That, like, as you see, Great Western, Aetna, Baltimore Life, Great Western, SUSA, which is SBLI, Ascendo, Trinity, and so on and so forth. So here's true bank statements to show that this is not a facade, but this is real, not only for me, but for other people's lives and other people's bank accounts. And what's cool is that throughout this time, is I've documented my whole journey on YouTube, and now help other agents scale and change this from the same transformation. And so here's literally my here's like some videos of me one call closing. So if you haven't already, check out my YouTube channel where I actually go super in depth like on this stuff, and I actually make sales and like record myself while making these sales with insurance clients over the phone. So that's a little bit about me and my story. But I want to, like, you're probably asking why the acquisition system? Well, because you're able to generate high quality leads at a tenth of the cost, control what the ad says, get pre-booked appointments or live transfers from the ad so you can only focus on selling all day. Also increase profits 5 to 10 times instantly, build a team around the low-cost leads that you generate, and never rely on another lead vendor again. So this is why people are, especially me, like have embraced the acquisition system, and why other agents have done that too. But let me kind of go deep into how does the actual acquisition system work. So there's a few different parts here. The first one is like marketing. The second one is sales. The third one is how to actually run and scale a profitable business. And then third is actually a community mastermind and things like that. It's actually a mastermind group and community that I've been building. So marketing side, right? So the first thing is like, this is one-on-one coaching so that you can know exactly how to scale your business to the capacity that you need to feed yourself for the rest of your life, or build a team around you generating your own leads. I have 30 to 50 course modules on setting up ads, testing new winners, when to scale, when to kill, how to get people reaching out to buy so it's effortless to enroll them into policies, how to create new ads, what makes a winning ad to attract your ideal client. And so this comes with a full, complete Facebook ad setup where 20 to 30 new leads come in daily that are filling out your ads, that are booking onto your calendar, or filling out a 15-question survey with CRM automations and follow-up sequences, getting the client to engage, nurturing them to call in and buy a policy or booking an appointment if they haven't already with AI and automations, to be able to present to clients using a one-call close question-based framework. And this leads to 1 to 3 deals every single day, and that leads you to get paid and rinse and repeat to make $20,000 to $30,000 in profit per month. And so these are all leads that you're generating yourself, and I just help you do that. But then also AI automations to retain the client, ask for referrals, get testimonials from the clients, and get them to rate your business. And you right now are probably stuck at like $5,000 to $10,000 per month in profit, and that's what I help agents do, is scale past $20,000 to $30,000 per month. And you wouldn't be watching this video still right now if you didn't know that I can help. And just click the link down below and book a call with me and my team so we can get you scaled up right now. But also, not only are you getting the marketing side of the be able to like get your leads generated yourself, but like really what you need once you have all these leads coming in is you need to learn how to sell. So I do 2 role plays a week to master objection handling, to overcome objections like Fruit Ninja and just slice through them, but also give you the exact scripts and word tracks to master telesales and every objection that you are going to get as a life insurance agent, plus 30 plus course modules going in super in depth how exactly to master tonality and get objectionless closes, as well as call reviews, live sales calls, private sales training to master the one call close. Because it's you and I both know it's super inefficient to set appointments. It's really important to have your sales dialed in and have a streamlined process where you're asking a bunch of questions to be able to get the client to make the realization in their head that they need the product that you're selling. And so that allows them to overcome their own objections. And that's what I actually teach you in the acquisition system. And also, not only that, but how to run and scale a profitable life insurance business and become a 6 to 7 figure CEO. So a few things that actually come like with this and what you need to learn to be able to scale past $20,000 to $30,000 per month is like, I give you the 7 habits and beliefs around money that have helped me make over $500,000 in less than 2 years as a kid in his 20s. How to manage cash flow, CSO versus CMO mindset. So like there's different mindsets as the CEO of your company, what you actually need, like legitimately need to have. And you're wearing all the hats when you're just starting out, especially selling life insurance and owning your own business. So how do you distinguish if you have a sales problem or a marketing problem? And that's what I go into here, is like diagnosing if you have a sales or marketing problem. The exact ways to be able to do that. How do you understand that? How do you know if it's a leads problem or if it's a sales problem? That is a huge thing. And then also the difference between being the chief sales officer of your organization versus this chief marketing officer of your organization, and what that actually looks like for you. So I break all this down because it not only takes a community, which we actually have of other agents scaling past $20,000 to $40,000 per month in profit. So you can ask them different questions on how they're seeing success. But more importantly, like the mindset on running a successful business, the self-development that you need to get your mindset like absolutely dialed in. And then also the sales and marketing, like super tactical advice and principles that I've used to make over $500,000 in less than 2 years. So that's all the access that you get with the acquisition system. So it's a community. It's not just a program, it's a community where people are actually getting their lives changed. And let me go into this because you might be thinking, yeah, Johnny, it's worked for you and it might work for other agents, but like who has it really helped and what other agents has it actually helped? And so I want to go super into this, like how has this worked for other agents in their lives and how has it transformed their lives? So let me go into like some success stories and testimonials of different people. I'm only going to break down 5 because we don't have a ton of time. I don't want to I don't want to bombard you with all the people that we've helped, but these are 5 people that lives have actually changed because of using the acquisition system. So I'm going to start with Gonzalo because Gonzalo came to me and he was honestly super scared to invest in himself. Like he was like, dang, this is a lot of money. And it's a matter of, do I have, like, if this doesn't work, this is what he said to me. If this doesn't work, I'm not going to be able to get my family Christmas gifts. And because this was right before Christmas. But what's crazy is Gonzalo ended up having one of the best Christmases he's ever had because he ended up closing his first deal over the phone within his first 7 leads. And he hasn't closed over the phone before him and I started working together one-on-one. So he texted me this. He sent me a picture and I was like, let's go. He's like, closing it, baby. I was like, first deal. He said, yeah, over the phone. I was like, beast, let's go. And then what's crazy is he ended up closing 5.6K over the phone in less than 20 hours, 1 week later. So he texted me this. Last week I closed 56.23 in 20 hours. This is a game changer. Agents using AI are going to take over. So that's not his words. Those are not my words. Those are his words of just getting started within the community. And here's what Gonzalo had to say.
Hey guys, so the past 20 hours have been absolutely insane. I have just been having these leads rolling in from Facebook, and as soon as they are filling out the form, I'm giving them a call. And most of these people are eager. They're ready to listen to you. And at the end of the day, if you can deliver the information that they want in the right method, you know, you're gonna be able to close. You're gonna be able to help a ton of families and your family while you're doing it. So it just blows my mind. I've closed 3 applications in the past 20 hours. I come from the field, so I used to door knock, you know, in person. And I still will here and there, but at the end of the day, like if I can be in my chill clothes, doing absolutely what I love, like what's going to beat that?
But what's crazy is he didn't only close 5.6K in 20 hours. Well, here's some receipts. He said, found a gentleman who said, I didn't need it anymore and I'm all good. I already got it taken care of. But after agreeing, he ended up getting more coverage for this client that already had some coverage in place. So he closed a deal $176 a month for like a cool $2,100 or $2,500 commission check, literally in his first 2 weeks. And he had another one, $1,400 Royal App approved, 3rd dial of the day. So if you're dialing tons of dials a day, over 500-600 dials per day, this acquisition system, all you really need is about 30 to 50 dials a day on average is what agents are using, especially including me, it really takes to make a sale. So if you're still dialing hundreds of dials a day and still only making 1 to 2 sales every day, consider you getting higher quality leads at a lower cost, generating them yourself, and having a whole system in place that all you need to make is about 30 to 40 dials per day, and you're making a sale a day, which leads to a ton of cash flow. So Gonzalo went from in the field, right? So he was door knocking like crazy, went from in the field to taking his life back and selling 1 to 3 policies per day while making more money than he ever has in his life while working less. He had another one right here in America, first-time buyer, 111 AP, so that was probably close to another $1,200 to $1,300 commission check for him. He said today was wild. 5 presentations, 120 dials. 3 were dirt broke and uninsurable. 1 couldn't even figure out the Moo HIPAA signature, which you and I both understand that, especially as telesales agents. And 1 closed for $250 per month at Forrester Standard. So here's what and it was instantly approved, which is really cool. So that's what he was showing. And ultimately, Gonzalo said, Johnny gave me my time back because that's what's most important. He was door knocking. He said, I was door knocking 60 hours a week until it got cold, too cold in Ohio. But maybe you don't resonate more with Gonzalo, like his story of door knocking and spending more of your time like selling in person and selling where like you're sitting on somebody's couch that you know there's dog pee or poop and people are smoking all in the houses, and now he's working from home virtually. But maybe you're more like Chase, where Chase was buying leads and submitting about $25,000 per month at his IMO before him and I met, but was eager to make more profit through self-generated leads and take full control of his lead source. So he ended up, his results were crazy, to say the least, his first 10 days. And here's his results: $777 spent on ad spend, 123 leads, 9 presentations, 9 sales, 8880 in AP, which is close to $8,000 in 30-day commissions based on his contract rate. He had an $86 cost per acquisition, which is absolutely insane, running at like 90% margins with this business that he's now created. $6.50 leads and closing 7.8% of leads. Here's some stuff. $600 submitted, just going to call the carrier in the morning. Chase on fire. He said these systems and script are on fire. Never seen anything like this before. And before this, he was buying $40 to $50 high intent leads, which was cool, but he was setting appointments and not making the cash he was wanting to make. He was only, like, his biggest month before this was like $5,000 in profit, and he did that in the first 10 days of working this system. Another $2,500 with Mutual of Omaha, 120 dials, 3 presentations, 2 apps, and 954 in AP. 3 hours and 21 minutes of talk time. So this was the acquisition system really solves the problem of making less dials and being able to sell as much as humanly possible, because the only way you're making money as a life insurance telesales agent is when you're on the phone talking with an interested prospect. So the less dials you can make, the higher interest that the person actually has on the other side, and the better sales ability that you have, you're going to be closing all day. And he only made 120 dials on this. He closed 2 sales, so an average of 60 dials per sale. And he did 3 hours and 21 minutes of talk time. Another one with AIG, 973. Another one with Mutual of Omaha, 2000. Another instant approval, 1150. And mind you, he was setting appointments before this. He really wasn't one call closing, but now he was able to master one framework that allowed him to master the one call close. So another one instantly approved. Here's some of his automations that went out. Texted them. The client says, yes, okay, almost done. I'm almost done with your life insurance quote. I'm going to call you in the next 5 minutes. And these are texts that he didn't even send himself. The person said, okay, thanks. He sent me this text earlier. He said, here's an example from last week. Both of those texts were automated, meaning I didn't even send any of those. I ended up writing that guy a policy as well. And these are all the AI automations that are going out just when they come in, which is really cool. But there's a bunch of back-end automations as well that they're calling in. He also said spending $1,000 with a vendor compared to $700 with Facebook leads. So here was his calendar before, which is like crazy. As you guys can see, like it was super white, super empty. But now with self-generated leads, he was absolutely crushing. So, and he's like had great success, and his life's changed because of this. And he said, loving these leads, though. He literally called me, like the client called him to buy a policy. We'll be generating a gazillion of these leads once I get my new comp. And what's crazy is Chase, in his first 3 weeks, in one day, did $3K on 3 sales with 85 dials and only on $75 of ad spend in one single day. So that's over 30x in approved issued business. He said 1 app for $1866 with Mutual of Omaha, instantly approved. 85 dials, 4 presentations, 3 hours and 45 minutes of talk time for 3 apps, and 3,000 approved AP. So Chase is absolutely crushing it with this system because he was able to master the frameworks of plugging in with the scripts, the objection word tracks, overcoming any objection he has, like that he gets faced with, but also being able to have leads that are hot, ready to buy, only at like $6.50 a piece. So you're probably like more like him. And you guys, I honestly and transparently want you to be my next success story. And the only way you do that is bet on yourself, because this system not only works for Chase, but it also worked for Austin. And maybe you relate more to Austin's story, where he went $10,000 in debt buying junk and expensive mortgage protection and internet leads. And what's crazy is his biggest month was $8,000 total volume selling before we got started. That's not issue, that's just written business. And his first 30 days working with me one-on-one with objection handling, plugging in with a one-call close script and a question-based framework, and asking the right questions, he scaled his life insurance business past $20,000 in issued life insurance business within the first 30 days of him and I working together. So here's what he has to say with working with me one-on-one.
What's up, guys? Just want to give a quick testimonial to my experience working with my boy Johnny. Prior to working with Johnny, I was in this industry close to a year, never really had much success, never was able to get very profitable on my lead source. Worked everything from internet leads, Facebook leads, final expense and mortgage protection mailers, the whole works. Had a few different experiences with 2 different IMOs, mostly just plug and play systems. Here's your script, join the weekly calls, hope you succeed type of deal. When the switch kind of flipped in my business is when I did start working with Johnny. I was able to get that one-on-one coaching time, able to, do role plays, really dial in on my script, be able to build a why with a client, actually get policies issued and approved, and actually get banking information, right? Some of the biggest hurdles we face in this industry, especially with telesales. But most importantly, what really flipped the switch in my business was dialing in my lead source. So being able to generate my own Facebook leads that actually responded to text messages and actually answered the phone whenever you call them was really where the tables turned. Being able to have enough presentations every single day to close 1 to 2 sales makes the world a difference.
So that's what Austin had to say, because his life has changed. I mean, he has 2 kids, and what's cool is he was able to get out of one of his full-time jobs because of the success that he had in this business. But also, most importantly, like maybe that doesn't resonate. Maybe you more resonate with Max, who was joined the community because he was 2-call closing and setting appointments and working direct mail leads that were just simply not profitable, $40 to $60 per lead, and setting appointments. Plus, he was going in person. That didn't allow him to travel and live the life that he wanted while working on his business. What's cool is now he is consistently writing 1 to 3 policies a day because he took full control of his lead source completely with the acquisition system and through Facebook ads. And I forgot to mention, he's not making 500 dials a day. To do this, it takes him on average 33 dials to make 1 sale. So here's some of the results that he had. He said, "Hi, Johnny. For the day, I'm at 3 presentations, 3 apps for 1732 in AP, which is ridiculous. I mean, every single dial he's only making about 33 dials. He sent this in the middle of December. For the month, 18,894 in issued business and only 12 days work. So that's about 1,500 every single day. So about 2 policies per day on average when he does work. 101 dials, 11 connections, 3 presentations, 3 applications, 1732. So this is a typical day for him. That's very standard. I mean, 33 dials per sale is very, very standard. And so he said another one, 84 dials, 8 contacts, 3 presentations. I mean, this one he's doing like less than 30 dials, about 28 dials per sale. And with 84 dials, he was able to get 5 hours of talk time. That's almost a full day's worth of just talking with people on the phone. So right now you don't need a different, you just need a system that you can plug into, that you can be selling all day, because that is the highest leverage opportunity that you have. Not cold calling people, not spending all your time, that's working inefficiently. And people who are rich and actually making money in this business, just like I have, just like Max, Austin, Gonzalo, and Brooke, who I'm about to share with, and Chase, these people are maximizing talk time every single day and not focused on the amount of dials that they need, but just focus on selling, because that is truly the money-making activity that you are doing. You're not making money just by dialing. You're making money by presenting and talking to a high highly interested in qualified prospects. So that's what the acquisition system solves for. So you can actually make more money and do 90% of the things that make you money, because right now you're probably not doing the revenue generating activities that you actually need to be doing. So what's cool about that, and then so that's Max, and maybe you're more like him, but you're still watching this video because you trust that this can work for you. So just click the link down below and book a call with me, because I know I can help. And there's so many people that I have actually helped, but also I've done it as well. So I can speak to the problems that you actually have. But also Brooke, what's crazy about her, she joined the community because she was tired of going out in the field and selling to people in their house, and wanted location and time freedom to travel wherever and still make money, and take her business wherever and be able to travel and still make the money that she wants. In 28 hours after she signed up, here's what's crazy. This is a text I got. She made it $1,400 off $50 of ad spend with only 5 leads generated. But she texted me this. We're closing. Let's go. The angel numbers. So $95.55 a month, which was a cool $1,100 on one app, which led to a $1,400 in first year commissions for her. So what's crazy is here's what she had to say about the program in her first 24 hours working with us.
Since I started this program, I have gained so much useful information. Shout out to Johnny and his team. They make the ad for you. They show you how to make it go live. They tell you what apps to have, how to configure the apps. They actually do it for you, which is something I could have never done by myself. And it is so useful that I actually made a sale within my first 24 hours. Very quick. They show you how to answer the phones, how to call people, how to use your time wisely when it comes to this side of the industry. I am so excited to hit these goals that we have set. This is just the beginning.
So if you're still watching this video, I know that I can help you, because you not only are a life insurance agent and you're probably right now stuck buying leads and not getting the ROI that you have been looking for. Maybe you're having those conversations like my wife and I had at the end of 2022, where it's challenging. Maybe I need to get another job, not seeing the ROI that I'm looking for, not able to have the time freedom that I got into this business for. And this business feels more like a job, and I'm enslaved to buying leads and having to go lead vendor to lead vendor to lead vendor, and filled with uncertainty that this business was supposed to bring freedom for. I felt that, and these agents as well felt that too. And they're no different than you. All they did was made an investment that made them a ton of money back, and most of these people actually paid their program off within the first 2 weeks of working with me. And so I know I can get you results, and I know I can help you out. And the acquisition system is the answer for you, because not only are you generating leads, you're getting a community full of people who are helping and wanting to grow with you and pull you up and willing to literally jump on calls just to be able to help you out. But more importantly, this is like a community of agents that we're going up together, and I'm giving literally all my knowledge and experience that I've had in the last 2 years that has made me over $500,000, dumping that into you so that you can have the same frameworks, the systems and processes that I've used to be able to scale your life insurance business. So don't take it from me, take it from these agents who have scaled themselves and actually have invested themselves, because I firmly believe that you're going to pay for anything in time or money, but rich people find a person that can solve their problem and pay for it. I've paid over $30,000 to coaches, mentors, to education for me to learn the information faster, just to unlock the money potential that I could have had. And a lot of people look at me and say, hey, you got lucky, or hey, how were you able to do it? You're probably in a different position than me, which I wasn't. I just wasn't afraid to bet on myself, because at the end of the day, I'm worth more than the S&P could and stocks or whatever. I'm worth more than that, because I can make more money. And I believe that same thing for you, that you're one decision away from changing your life. And I know the acquisition system can help change your life forever. So if you haven't already, click the link down below, book a call with me if you're ready to invest in yourself and ready to scale, and not only be left because if not, you're just going to be left on the sidelines when agents like this are using AI and telesales in the new way to sell insurance and selling way more. Because with AI, it's not going to replace the agents. It's going to allow the agents that know how to sell be able to scale faster and take all the business that you're probably buying the leads for, because these people are probably getting on the phone with the people that you're buying the leads from and not having a system and process in place. But not only that, but having somebody to walk you through step by step how they were able to do it. So find a mentor, find somebody who has what you have, do what they do, and you'll be able to get what they have. So I say all this because I firmly believe in you. You are one decision away. You are one choice away from the life that you truly want to live. So the question I have for you is, are you going to make that decision, or are you going to stay on the sideline waiting day in and day out and going to be in the same spot at the end of 2024 heading into 2025 than you were now? And that's my question for you. Are you going to stay the same, or are you going to change, or are you going to bet on yourself, or are you going to do something different so you can get extremely awesome results? I can't wait to see you guys in the community. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.